Hi everyone, thank you for coming tonight. I'm very happy to introduce you to Hotel quickly. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but maybe you also already saw some of our advertising or PR, so I'll give you a quick introduction. So Hotel Quickly is actually a new app that we launched 2 months ago for last-minute hotel booking in Asia. So basically, each time you may need a hotel at the very last minute, for tonight for example, in different kind of situation, you could use it. And basically you get the best price that are available, much cheaper than on the internet. So my name is Raphael, and I'm actually the co-founder and the sales director for this company. And I will explain to you a bit more about what's about. So right now, when you want to go traveling, usually, you probably use some of those websites. There are many on the market. They're called OTAs, online travel agencies. And basically, they're pretty much all similar. You can find like Agoda, Expedia, Suji, you probably use some of them. But right now, more and more people are actually switching to mobile. So Hotel Quickly is actually much more simple than that, and it solves a lot of issues on the market. So for example, for the hotel, we see that in Asia, a lot of hotels have empty rooms every night. On average in Hong Kong, you got about 7,000 rooms that are empty every night in the city. You got about 20% of the rooms in Singapore are empty every night. So what Hotel Quickly is actually doing is to sell out those empty rooms for the same night. And we're here to sell them for a much cheaper price because we fill them out and we help the hotel to cover the cost. And for the customer, it's a very simple process because it takes literally just a few seconds to book a hotel. You can try it out on your cell phone, you'll see it. And it takes the advantage of people now booking on a mobile because when you're on the go, usually you don't want to take out your laptop, you don't want to find a Wi-Fi network, and it takes pretty much a lot of time to book a hotel. But with us, it's just a few seconds. So it's really solved an issue both for the hotels and for the guests. And the market in Asia is actually extremely huge. So just to give you a couple of numbers here, they're quite impressive. There are other numbers for APAC, excluding China and India, because we're not focusing on those markets yet. But you can see that in 2012, the travel market was $93.3 billion US. You can see that it's going up every day, every year. And actually, we're estimating our market for mobile same-day booking to be of about $6 billion US annual turnover. And you can see a number of rooms, about 25% of the rooms in Asia are empty every night. And those are actually, this is actually a niche market that we're focusing on, but it's quite a massive niche market. That there is actually no one doing it at this stage. We're the first ones. So Hotel Quickly, as I say, it's very simple to use. It's very easy. We show only 6 hotels for each city in Asia. So what we're doing is that we're covering a lot of countries. Now we have actually 10 countries. Each country can have different cities. And each city will be showing maximum 6 hotels for the night. And we only show the one giving the best price. So you can be sure that the hotel that you're getting have the best deal ever. On average, we're about 30% cheaper than any price on the internet. You can see here some example of deal. This was a real screenshot that we took a couple of weeks ago in Singapore. The club hotel, you can see, was about 800 USD with our competitor Agoda, the online travel agency, with us 258 US dollar for the exact same room. And this is possible because we only sell on mobile. We don't have a website, so actually the rate parity with the hotel between the online travel agencies doesn't apply to us because we're not an online travel agency. And the app, you have a couple of screenshots here, but I would totally encourage you to just download it and try it out. It's very, very convenient. We have a whole extranet system that was created for the hotels. So in terms of IT, it was actually a lot of work. We have an application for iPhone, Android, very soon coming out for BlackBerry as well. And here there's a whole extranet system for all the hotels to manage the inventory every day on a daily basis. They can change anytime the room type, the price, and everything gets updated automatically on the app. This is a bit more information about the product, so you can see that we had quite a lot of work. It's now available on iOS, Android. Everything is paid on mobile, so each time you book, you're going to pay directly on your mobile, we receive the payment, then we pay the hotel. So the whole process is pretty much automatic. We use virtual credit card to pay out the hotel. Our business model, it's based on commissions, so the app is totally free to download, but we charge on average 15% commission on each booking generated for the hotel, so it's totally a win-win situation for everyone. And actually the commissions are now increasing, so we're actually charging much higher in some of the market than others. And very important, we work on exclusivity basis with all our hotels. So actually 90% of our hotels cannot work with any competitors. They're signed with us, they can only give those offers to us. So you cannot find them anywhere on the internet or any other mobile app. And a bit information about the team. So it's actually 5 of us who started this company. Myself, I'm based in Hong Kong. My other co-founder is actually based in Bangkok. It's a pretty big product. Right now we've got almost 40 people on the team, who are split up between all our countries, so we're covering 10 markets. We have people on the ground on every single country, meeting hotels, doing marketing deals, everything, so it's quite a big project. We have 18 different nationalities, 25 people full-time. And what's quite interesting that 20% of the team is actually coming from Rocket Internet, so myself and some of the other people on the team. I don't know if maybe you have heard about it. Rocket Internet is the largest VC incubator right now in South Asia and also in the world. So some of the projects that we've been starting before were, for example, Foodpanda, which is the largest online food ordering company in the world. Zalora, the largest fashion website in South Asia, we just raised $100 million this week actually, so it's quite a big product. So most of the people on the team are actually ex-senior executives from those companies. That's how we pretty much know what we got a lot of connection, we brought a lot of people on board. So this is the co-founding team, so myself on the right, and my other co-founders who are also based in Bangkok. So as you can see, it's pretty small, but I can give you more information after. We studied a couple of companies before, some of them were big, and we're all in a senior position before in the internet industry. A few numbers about the traction. So we built this company in 8 months. We started working on the business plan in September. We started working actually on the ground, signing hotel in November. Up to now, so we launched on March 20th, just 2 months ago. We've been able to raise up $500,000 for the seed funding, and right now we're actually closing a bigger round. And we plan to close much more for this summer for Series A investment. So we've been live for 9 weeks. We're now active in 10 countries. We launched 6, but we launched in 1 country per week after that. We're active in 28 cities, got over 250 partner hotels, and we've been able to generate already 60,000 downloads. So it's quite impressive. As you can see, we've got pretty good PR coverage on TechCrunch, E27, Tech in Asia, pretty much all the tech media. And the goal is, of course, to ramp up quickly and get the best people on board. So what's next for this company? So we plan to cover all of Asia by the end of the year. It's quite ambitious. We'll be pretty much everywhere, every country. We want to have the best hotel and best discount on board. Very aggressive download targets as well. So the idea is to have 100,000 downloads in the coming few months and constantly improving the IT as well. And that's it for my presentation, so I would encourage all of you to actually download the app, and I made a special voucher code here of $100 for everyone, so your first booking, you'll be able to use it with this voucher code here. So if you have a question now, I'll be able to answer. Yes?
So what's your conversion model? How do you get paid? What's your
The revenue mean? Yeah. So basically the app is free as I said, but we make 15% commission on average from each booking generated. So we make the money on the hotels. It's like an OTA for this.
So Max is the hidden judges for tonight. So let's talk about the judge feedbacks. Felix and Joyce, so if you have anything to say.
Yeah, the question is, what is the entry barrier? So of your business model, because it seems like you have now, you signed the contract with the hotel with exclusivity. So let's say, I don't know how long is for each contract. So maybe let's say after a year or 2 years, so the expiry of the contract, and then maybe another website or some industry players in the market, the hotel industry player, copy the same thing and then do it. Do you think that what is your entry barrier?
Okay, I'll be happy to answer that. So actually the barriers to entry, I would say for small players, they're pretty big because you know that online travel is extremely competitive. So actually, if you want to launch a similar app, the marketing cost is really high, and that's why we raise up quite a lot of funding for that. So not everyone can launch it. Without the marketing budget, can launch this. I would say, compared to the competition, it's quite interesting for us. It's a niche market. As I said, it's a big one, but it remains a niche one. So for example, the big player, like the biggest one on the market now, for example, Priceline, which actually owns Agoda, Booking.com belongs to them as well. You got Expedia, you got a couple of them, right? But at the same time, those guys have a website. So for example, they have something in the hospitality industry called the rate parity, which means that the hotel is not allowed to give a cheaper price to one OTA than they give to another one. So what's quite interesting that those guys have the same prices, but we're able to cut those prices because we're mobile only, we don't have a website. So basically, if Agoda wanted to launch an app, they wouldn't be allowed to launch it under the name. They have to create a total different company, and they will not be allowed to do anything. They have to start everything from the beginning because it will be competing with their own website. So actually, they will be launching a competitor for themselves, right? They cannot really do that. So what's quite interesting for us as well, that there are quite a lot of exit potential as well. Like, of course, that's a company that we can keep for long term, but the exit strategy is also quite interesting because we could be out to one of the big players in the more long term, it would make much more sense for them to acquire us than launching it themselves, actually. Yes?
How do you vet the quality of the hotels?
Yeah, so we only accept hotels starting at 3 stars, so 3, 4, and 5-star hotel. So we have actually 3 categories called design, comfy, and prime. And we only select top hotels. So we always check the rating on TripAdvisor and everything, and we see if they have bad reviews, we just don't accept them on the website. We need to make sure that the quality is great and also discounts are great. So if we see that hotels don't want to give discounts anymore, we just cut them and we show the one giving the best deals. Yes?
How many sales that you had with your launch?
You mean bookings?
Okay.
Well, I cannot disclose that at this moment.
Percentage.
It's confidential information, so I cannot say it at this moment. I can just talk about the downloads and the hotels. So downloads, we got 60,000. Hotels, we got 250. Booking is confidential at this stage. Yes?
If you're a hotel and you want to be in the top 6,
Yeah.
Is there dynamic pricing, or can you just say one price and then you're out or in?
Yeah, exactly. It's dynamic. So we only show 6, and that's for a good reason, because if hotel want to be showing the top 6, they need to give high discount and high commission. So maybe a hotel is giving 15% and 30% discount, but another hotel that gives us 20% commission and 50% discount will be shown way above, of course. So that's why we only show 6 to encourage them to give the best deal and the best commission to us.
Felix, also has a comment.
Just a quick question. So scaling. So you talk about scaling geographically.
Yeah.
So what about verticals in terms of airlines and other services?
Yeah.
If not, why?
Yeah, so of course we're totally thinking about that. Actually, airlines has quite a big potential, but at the same time, hotels are actually the ones bringing the money to the big OTAs. So for example, you know that the big OTAs like Priceline, for example, and Expedia, they make money on the hotel. The plane tickets, the margin are tiny, so we're not too interested for that. But actually, we got approached by airlines actually who are interested to work with us. But that may be at a later stage, not right now. Actually, for hotels, it's already quite a massive market, as you can imagine. But there's definitely a potential to do the same model for restaurants, because actually, well, I used to work at Foodpanda, which is online food ordering, so there's quite some synergy for that. But right now, we're more looking at marketing partnerships rather than integrating it vertically.
And also, in very simple terms, what are some of the things that you think you're doing better than people like Hotels.com and Go there and things like that?
Yep. So, well, first the prices. You can compare the prices actually much cheaper with us because it's only for the last minute deals, so starting at noon until 4 a.m. And it's only exclusive with us. So the prices is quite a big factor from a lot of people who are price sensitive. Second thing, the convenience. Actually, you can check out any of the OTA's apps on the market, like Agoda. I pretty hate this app actually. But for Expedia, Hotels.com, all of them, if you want to book a hotel, you got to scroll through hundreds of hotels. Check out tonight for booking a room in Hong Kong. It's going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes to book it with Agoda's app. With us, 1 minute pretty much.
What about all this high-end, for example?
Yep.
How do you compare?
Well, it's pretty much the same, I would say. It's very, I would say, the convenience and the prices. Those two factors are quite important for the customers.
So thank you for the feedbacks and the audience questions.